To another episode of Plant Pirates. Yeah, that's right. I'm your Captain Edward Teach, and this is our vessel, the Queen Anne's Revenge. And we're going to be sailing the high seas today, looking for what?
Free plants.
How are we going to get them?
Landscape debris piles. That's
right, y'all. Today is landscape debris pickup day in our community, so we're going to sail around in our golf cart here looking for free plants. And we got home late last night, and I saw lots of piles on the side of the road and down the neighborhood road, so I have some high hopes for today. Yeah. So we're gonna get going. In fact, we gotta get going because somebody else is out to get our plants. Who is it?
The British Royal Navy.
The British Royal Navy, aka the Waste Management Landscape Debris Trucks. They'll come along and crush up all of our plants if we don't get to them first. So we're gonna well, actually first I gotta bring my trash out because it is trash day. So I gotta put the trash out, and then we're gonna get going down the road here, and we'll get back with everybody when we get something good. We just rolled up on our first find of the day. What is it?
Yucca.
Oh, it's a yucca. Nice. Yucca. That is an easy one to root from cuttings. There's several cuttings there. We'll probably just save one or two of them. We'll definitely save that from the trash.
Yeah.
All right, I zoomed right by this, but Teddy spotted what?
Schefflera.
Yes, Schefflera. This is another easy one that is super easy to root from cuttings. You can see this homeowner here uses it as like a hedge around their house, so we'll definitely save some of these from the trash. All right, we got some tropical plumeria here, and if I had to guess, I would say it has yellow flowers based on that giant plumeria plant right there. But this one is easy to root from cuttings. You can just poke it right in the ground. Yeah. So we'll definitely save that one from the trash. All right, so we're zooming up the street here, and you can see a bunch of empty cans. Looks like they beat us. Hey, bud?
Yeah.
There's more empty cans. I'm gonna go up around the corner here, see where they're at. Oh, they're empty on both sides, aren't they? They've been down this whole street. All right, we're gonna turn around and find another street. All right, we just rolled up on some Clusia.
Yes, the autograph plant.
Yes, also known as the autograph plant. You can take your nail or a screw or something and write your name in this leaf, and it will last until the leaf dies. And this is also an easy one to root from cuttings. It's super cool. It looks like a giant succulent. Yeah. They get super big though, but we'll definitely save some of those from the trash. All right, so our steering just went out.
Yeah.
The golf cart's still going, and I see this cable hanging down here. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't think it does. So right now we're stuck. Maybe we'll try and push this and get it turned around and get it back to the house and then figure out what to do next. Eh, kiddo?
Yeah. We'll have to, like,
or maybe what?
We'll have to like pull the wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I can fix it. I don't know. I'm going to crawl around under this and see what we got. All right, so Teddy and I are still going here, but there's something seriously wrong with the steering. Like if we hit a pebble, the golf cart goes crazy.
Show them what the steering wheel is right now. It's upside down.
I know, the steering wheel's upside down. We're like probably 3 miles from our house, but we decided to keep pushing here just real slowly. I don't know how far we're gonna make it. We gotta go real slow because this is kind of dangerous, but we're gonna keep going real slow, see if we can pick up a couple more things, and then see if we can limp it back to the house, because we got a major problem. There's no doubt. All right, we found the problem right here. This like tie rod, the steering rod came out of this whatever it is, and it looks like it just came unscrewed maybe. I'm not even sure if it's fully broken, so I'm gonna take a couple minutes here to see if I can just fix it right here on the side of the road. All right, it looks like we fixed it. I don't know, we haven't given it a try yet, but this side now looks like this side.
Yeah.
Good job, kiddo.
Thanks.
Let's keep looking for plants. All right, so Teddy spotted this little sorry blue agave right there. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah. Oh, and they're a good size for planting too. Ooh, nice. Yeah. We're definitely gonna save those from the trash. All right, under all this junk is a prize. What do we have?
Oh, yeah. we have some dragon fruit.
Nice, dragon fruit vine, nice. And it's even got some roots on it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. We love dragon fruit, so we will, there's even more, but we'll probably just save a couple of them. We're definitely gonna save those from the trash. All right, what you got, kiddo?
Got some variegated schefflera.
Nice, variegated schefflera. We already found some just solid green schefflera, but now we got the variegated variety, these pretty leaves. And just like the solid green variety, this one is super easy to root from cuttings. So we'll definitely save some of those from the trash.
Yeah.
All right, here's several large trash cans filled with this beautiful shell ginger. It's flowers and everything. Unfortunately, this is not one that we can easily root from cuttings. So we're just gonna have to leave that. All right, I think we spotted a little crinum lily. Does it have roots? Yes, it does have roots. Excellent, excellent. So we are definitely gonna save this one from the trash. All right, we got a big pile of this beautiful golden pothos here. Oh, look how pretty it is with those big leaves on it. That's just gorgeous. Let me see. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This adds such a tropical flair to the yard. And it's got roots, so we'll definitely save that from the trash. All right, what we got, bud?
Got some snake plant.
Nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. Some big, healthy snake plants. You got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, look at that. Nice. This one's kind of sorry looking, but if we plant it, it will start shooting up offspring everywhere. So we're definitely going to save that from the trash. All right, we got some. What we got, kiddo?
Aloe.
Nice. Aloe. You know we're going to save that from the trash.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, good find. All right, what we got, bud?
We got, whoa, it's stuck.
Can you even get it out?
I've got a giant green Bromeliad, if I can ever get it out.
That is stuck in there. Come on, kiddo. Use that muscle.
Well, I guess
Use that muscle. Yank it out. Come on. Come on. Can he get it? Oh, yeah, he got it. Whoa, that one's huge. Oh, my gosh. Look at it. That is a huge Bromeliad. All right, we are definitely saving that one. All right, looks like we got a whole pile of, like, beach spider lily. This is a native one here, and it's great. It gives us these great white flowers, and you can see it has bulbs and roots, so we can plant them easily. So we'll definitely save some of these from the trash. All right, we're switching from plant pirates to other stuff pirates. Yeah. What we got, kiddo?
A big giant fishing pole.
Looks like a nice fishing pole with...
someone got mad that it got tangled.
Yeah, looks like a nice fishing pole with a real crappy reel. So we'll take the whole rig, okay?
Yeah.
All right, what we have, bud?
We got one sorry little oyster plant.
We do have one sorry little oyster plant. The good thing about oyster plants is if you plant them, they will just start shooting off offspring like there's no tomorrow. So we'll definitely save that one from the trash. All right, so we made it back, and we're extremely lucky that we did, considering the breakdown we had. I still can't believe that Teddy and I were able to just screw this thing back together. I should have gotten it on camera. This wheel was cocked in like this and was about to just, it looked like it was about to pop off, but it really was, all it was like this, the steering linkage here. And all we did was screw this bolt back in.
Yeah.
And then we kept going. So we got lucky. I've said it a lot. This is an old golf cart, and I've replaced just about every part on here. But honestly, I haven't touched the steering at all. Yep. I've replaced all the batteries, all the wires, everything under here. We have all sorts of... I've replaced basically everything in there. I've done all the brakes. But when we had that problem this morning, I was a little stumped because, it's one thing if we have to push the golf cart home, but if we can't push it home, then I don't really know what we're going to do. But we made it. So let's go ahead and show everybody what we got.
Yeah, I guess let's start with this.
Yes. So we did a little bit of other stuff, pirates, today. So we see a lot of fishing poles on our adventures, and usually the little eyelets are broke off of them, and so we don't grab them. But this one actually looks pretty good. So we'll probably just scrap the reel here and save the fishing pole. So I think that was a find. That one was worth saving. That's a nice beach rod right there.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to plants. What we got? What we got?
We have
What you got? What you got?
snake plant.
Yes, we got this big, nice snake plant. Or probably shouldn't say nice. It looks pretty bad, but like I said earlier, snake plants are very prolific, almost invasive. Or I don't want to say, I don't know. They're real bad though. They can grow real quick if you don't take care, if you don't watch it. But if we plant this one, it will shoot off prettier ones for us, and then we can,
Yeah.
you know, dispose of that one. So.
Okay, next.
And I would say we have probably like 4 or 5 different varieties of snake plants, right? I think we do.
Next
All right.
we have aloe.
We got aloe.
And you can see some stuff came snapped. So you can see.
Oh yeah, aloe is the good stuff. It is a very beneficial plant for your health and skin, and I don't know, every time we see aloe, we grab it, even though we have tons of aloe. Probably have 3 or 4 varieties of aloe planted
Maybe
all
6.
over the place. We got it planted just all over the place.
Okay. We've also got some pothos.
Pothos, yes. So pothos, golden pothos. This is what it looks like. These are how big the leaves get down here in Florida. You might have this as a house plant if you live in another part of the country, and I'll bet you that your leaves are no bigger than about this right here. These little ones right here. But as it starts to grow in the wild here, they get bigger and bigger, and you can see we have some over here that finally started to put off some big leaves here. And that's another one that I wouldn't, people call it invasive. It certainly can be if if it was planted in a vacant lot and left alone for 10 years. But if you have it in your yard, it's pretty easy to manage.
It's not like arrowroot.
Yes, the arrowroot or arrowhead vine, or let's go find that and show everybody, because that's a real invasive one. And it's real common here where we live in Florida.
Oh, butterfly.
Where?
It's drying.
Oh, yeah. She was out last night, too. I don't know if it's drying its wings or... We tried to help it last night. I'm just going to let it be. All right, so this arrowroot, or this arrowhead root vine, I forget exactly. There it is, right there. Yep. And what makes this one tough, too, is like the pothos, for the most part, if you rip it out, if you disconnect its lead from the ground, it'll pretty much die up in the tree. But this stuff can live up there. I don't know, off the nutrients it's sucking out of the side of the tree and from rainwater. And anyways, it's a tough one. And it's super invasive, and it grows real quick too. In fact, that's another one that people might have as a house plant. Let's go find it. I'll show you what it looks like before it runs up the trees, because it looks quite different too, just like the pothos, until it gets established. And I know I have some over here. We have it everywhere. I rip it out all the time, but let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right through here. I saw some. So here's some growing up the tree right here, starting to grow up this tree. Here we go, like right down here.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, it is. It's super cool looking. I actually really like it. It's just so invasive, and like I'm constantly ripping it up. But like if you leave even just a small piece of this in the ground, it'll just take off again. You can see it's like it's all up in here. It's all up in here. It's in this Schefflera. I mean, like, and I try and get rid of it constantly, but it just keeps coming back. Yeah. It is a pain in the butt. We got pineapple, little baby pineapple. We got better pineapples. Where's the good one?
Right there.
Yeah, there's the good one. Right back there. Let's see if I can show everybody. Yeah, that's the good pineapple right there. We actually have several of them. There's pineapple, 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 pineapple. Well, we have several that are fruiting. We actually, I think I counted, I think I have 40 pineapple plants planted in just this one garden here. But probably only like 10 of them or so have fruit. Do we have one with fruit over here? Yeah, there's one with fruit over there. Yeah, right there. There we go. I also noticed our Meyer lemons are starting to get bigger here too. That's nice. All right. All right, what else we got? What you got?
Okay, we have some variegated schefflera.
Yes, would not be plant pirates without schefflera. That's probably the. Which one do you think is more common for us to find?
This.
Okay, yeah, I'd say so. Super easy to root from cuttings.
Yeah.
Super duper easy. All right.
Next we have
Probably not the easy. I'd say, what do you think the easiest plant is to root from cuttings? Ficus?
dragon fruit.
I'd say,
You can just throw it on the ground
yeah, you can. But it's,
like this.
yeah, I mean, I would say ficus, though, or, I don't know. A lot of these plants are just so easy to root. I mean, all right, what you got?
I'm kind of excited about this, actually. This agave, blue agave.
Yes. Yes. I'm kind of excited about it, too. That's definitely one of the finds of the day. We find lots of agaves. We don't find lots of blue agaves. We find, like, the Caribbean agaves. Let's see. The Caribbean agaves. We found this one, I think it's called an American agave or a smooth agave. And we find these not often, but more often than the blue agaves. This one right here. And the cool thing about these agaves, like many of these tropical plants, is they just are very prolific. So you can see under here, it shoot off little offspring like crazy. Actually, there used to be like 100 little offspring in there. Maybe it's just not its season to, but so you get just one of them, and they just start shooting off little extras everywhere. So. What else do we have? I would say that's definitely one of the finds of the day, though, the blue agave.
We have dragon fruit.
Oh, that's got to be one of the other finds of the day. And of course, that's one of the finds of the day because it gives us food. So dragon fruit, you can see this one has a little terminal end here. We'll put that in the ground. And then we grow dragon fruit. Right now, we just grow it up, cabbage palms, which works great. It loves it. The dragon fruit love it, but they get way up in the cabbage palm, and then it gets hard to kind of harvest the fruit and stuff. We really need to make some like trellis. In fact, we were thinking about getting rid of this Confederate jasmine right here, and then building either a dragon fruit trellis or a passion vine. Both? That'd be good. Yeah. I'd have to say, I don't know which one I like more, dragon fruit or passion fruit. Yeah, it's so good.
It's just so good.
So good. Yeah, well, we just planted 2 more, so.
Okay.
What's next?
Crinum lily, a green crinum lily.
Nice. Crinum lily. We have crinum lilies. We have 2 varieties. I only know of 2 varieties in this area. I know there's lots of different crinum lilies, but in our area, there's like a green one and kind of a purple one.
The purple one gets like...
It gets huge.
Huge.
I planted 2 purple ones in the backyard up against his little brother's room, the window to their room, and I underestimated their size. I knew how big they got, but I just wasn't thinking, and now we're gonna have to move them, I think.
Yeah.
So. All right, what you got? What's next?
Some Clusia or autograph plant.
Yes, I love this one. It's like a giant succulent.
We need to plant more of it.
Yeah, I don't think we have one planted on this property.
Well, we'll plant this stuff.
Yeah, on our last property, we've actually owned 2 other houses in this neighborhood. One of them, the neighbor behind us had a whole privacy hedge of Clusia.
It was a magnificent hedge.
It was killer. The only thing is the Clusia is heavy, and in hurricanes or high winds, it can snap or fall over.
Because this one weighs about half a pound.
Yeah, or more. Yeah, I mean, it's heavy. Those are dense leaves. So, like you can see, when I chose to do my privacy hedge here, I'll step over here.
Some bottom-heavy, lightweight plants.
So, like, this is my privacy hedge that I planted, and it's all areca palms. And these are probably 4 years old. You can see my neighbor over here has a mature areca palm hedge that's probably 25 years old, and they're probably 25 feet tall, too. It's killer. It's just killer. You'd never know there's a house next door there.
And when both sides fill in.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be killer. Cool. All right. Oh, here's this cord hanging down from earlier. I'm going to have to figure out what that is. Yeah. This golf cart gave us a run for our money today, that's for sure. But we do put it through its paces.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
We've got some bayonet yucca.
Bayonet yucca. I don't think we've gotten this for a couple weeks.
No.
We usually do get yucca. Yucca, that's an easy one to root from cuttings.
Just drop it on the ground.
Yeah, you can just drop that on the ground, and it'll just start to, it'll put roots in, and then the plant will just start to angle up. Don't even need to plant it. Super easy one.
Okay, we've got some. I think we determined this to be yellow plumeria because of the yellow plumeria in the yard.
Yeah, and the yellow one, I think it's this one right here. The yellow one, was it solid yellow or was it yellow and white?
It was that.
Okay, so these are like the most fragrant variety of plumeria out there. They are just so yummy smelly. Oh man, I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, so this, I think it was this variety. Real common variety here, real prolific grower. That's a good one to have. I'd recommend that. We collect plants, so we have all different kinds of plumerias, but I would definitely recommend that as the first one to get.
Yeah.
And probably the easiest one to get too.
Okay, we have normal schefflera.
Normal schefflera. Woohoo! So just like the variegated schefflera, that one is easy to root from cuttings.
And another yucca.
Yep. Oh yeah, another little yucca. Yep. I'll be honest, we probably won't root these because we have a lot of them. I have a lot of schefflera already, and I can take cuttings from my own, but we do share all the plants that we find with our friends and neighbors, and then if anybody doesn't want them, we put them out on the road for other people to find, other plant pirates. We have yet to come across another plant pirate, right? Yeah. Remember that one morning that we passed that little Honda Accord, that little two-door Honda Accord with the giant coconut palm strapped onto it?
Yes.
I got it. It's in one of our Plant Pirates episodes, but that was hilarious. So they are plant pirates. Yeah. They're more dedicated than we are, I would say.
Okay, we've got one little sorry oyster
yes,
plant.
The sorry oyster plant, yes.
Let's show them what a good one looks
yeah, okay,
like.
Well, I'll show you what happens when you plant an oyster plant and you forget about it. So first, I like the oyster plants. You can see we use them to line some of our garden beds here. But they will just totally run out of control if you're not careful with them. And the problem with them is they create a nice dense habitat for mice and rats, and then they flower. Let's see if I can find a flower right here. They flower, and the mice and rats just love the little seeds in the flowers. So it's just a perfect habitat for mice and rats. But let me show you. Here's what happens when you don't keep up with them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Here's an area. This is a pretty bad area of our yard I haven't gotten to in the past couple weeks. But you can see all the oyster plants here.
Holy cow.
I know. And this is just from like, I don't know, a couple months. Because I could walk in there. So they are all in there. I need to go through and rip all these oyster plants out and thin it out. Like I want this button ginger to thrive, not the oyster plant. So, yeah. But the cool thing is this. You can just rip them right out. You can rip this full plant out. You just pull them right out of the ground like that. Boom. And then you can plant it somewhere else. You can throw it on the ground and it will root just like that. Believe it or not. So, super cool plant. Just... you got to keep up with it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Is that it? Do we have a couple more?
We have a couple more.
Okay.
We'll have this giant thing. Maybe I'll get the bromeliad.
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. This giant green bromeliad. That is a giant bromeliad. Mm-hmm. So I've said it before on the channel, but I believe there's like 4,000 kinds of bromeliads out there. Yeah. And believe it or not, of all 4,000 kinds, the only one that gives you anything edible is...
the pineapple.
The pineapple, like we showed you earlier. The pineapple is in the bromeliad family. It's a crazy... there's actually there's a red spineless pineapple that looks just like this, but it has red leaves or foliage, and it puts off these teeny little red pineapples. But they're not edible. Yeah. They're just ornamental.
It's still a super cool addition. The spineless one.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, the beach spider. Oh, I forgot what you call this.
The beach spider lily.
Yeah. It looks like it's bleeding.
Yeah, it does. So we have some of this planted here. We actually, let's see, here it is. I don't think I have any that's flowering right now. Here's some right here. I think I have a couple more over here. This is the one that we find washed up on the beach after a hurricane. And we've showed this before. I think I still have it in my garage up here.
We need to plant it.
Yeah, we do. I've been doing this. Well, I planted one of them. I had several of them that we pulled off the beach, but I've been saving this one just to show everybody. Where is it?
I have no idea.
Did we get rid of it? Here it is. So this one I've had in my garage now for, 5 years.
It's putting off new growth.
And yeah, you can see it still has green growth there. Like, this is just a survivor of a plant. If you feel this, it's starting to shrivel up, the bulb on the inside. But you can see it is still alive, amazingly. And
Let's plant it.
it's crazy. It's been sitting on this bench here, no sunlight or anything, for 5 years. What a tough plant.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, is that it?
Yep.
So let's pick. What's the find of the day?
Probably the... whatever this is called. I forgot.
The blue agave?
The blue agave,
Yeah.
or the dragon
Or the
fruit.
dragon fruit. And I think this is the agave that you make tequila out of, too. I think tequila is kind of like champagne. It doesn't matter if I make it here in Florida. I think it has to be harvested and manufactured or produced in a certain part of Mexico for it to technically be tequila. I could be wrong about that. I'm not a tequila drink. I'm not much of a really drinker at all. I like wine. Can't even remember the last time I've had liquor of any kind, but I think that's the one that you make tequila out of. Maybe you can make them out of all agaves. I don't know. Maybe someone needs to post. Who's an agave expert out there? Whoever is, post down below and school us on how to make tequila and out of which plant, because I don't know. Yeah. So if you had to choose, though, what would be your favorite?
Probably that, 'cause we don't have that many of the agaves.
I think I only have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I would agree. Either the blue agave or the dragon fruit. So, all right, cool. All right, y'all. Well, if you have any questions or comments about any of the plants that we found here today, please just post down below. If you enjoyed our adventure today, maybe you'd consider subscribing to our family's YouTube channel. And if they don't, what's going to happen, bud?
Our chihuahua will attack you.
Oh, she will, too. Where is she? She's usually sitting right there. Looks like there's the dangerous one. No. The Chihuahua is the dangerous one. It's funny. We have a pit bull and a Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua is the one that you need to look out for. There is no doubt. Come here. Let's see if. Come here. Come on, little dog. Come on. There she is. There she is. She's a bad little dog, isn't she? So, anyways, if you don't subscribe to our family's YouTube channel, this little one might get you, and she will get you. She will. So maybe just let's skip all that nonsense and add a subscriber, right? All right, y'all. Till next time, everybody out there, take care.
Bye.